Hello there, welcome to a new video. Today, something a little different. We're going to give a brief overview of the HD4 series paddles by Hudef. And when you go to the website, we're going to go through the 5 different models. Before we do that, just want to say I am an affiliate of Hudef. I do have some demo models that I like people to try to use before they buy. If you go on the Hudef website and you buy, I have an affiliate discount code. It's Andrew15. So feel free to use that. Helps you get your discount. And without further ado, let's head to the website and see what we're talking about here. So, Hudef website, we're going to go to paddles, HD series, and we're going to look at the HD4 series. So you see here there are 5 models right in front of us to look at. There's some other models down below, the 6, 5, 6.8. We're not going to look at those right now. So if you just click on the first one, you see you've got some details, some specs, measurements. But you also see you have the option to choose 2 different weights. The demo that I chose was the lightweight, and when it came in, I weighed it. Actually came in at 7.4 ounces. It's very light, and it's a pretty nice paddle. These retail $79, and when you click on one and you scroll down, there's a chart. I'm going to go through this table real quick. This will be part of the whole point of the video, because it's a little confusing to see 5 different models of the same thing and not know what is what. So from here, we're just going to look at some of the features, some of the benefits, why you would choose one over the other, and why some of the features would benefit some players and not others. So the standard model is the 4.0. The grip length is a 4.9, which I think is probably standard for a lot of paddles. Usually not long enough for a two-handed backhand, but it's not too bad. It's almost 5 inches, and we have a pretty standard height and width. The next model, the 4.1, you can see is wider. Okay, now I think 8 inches technically stands for a wide body, but when you look at the width of all 5 paddles, this is the widest one in the series. So we're just going to call this one the wide body. It does have a slightly shorter grip. So I think this one's probably going to have the best sweet spot out of all. Wide bodies have very generous sweet spots. The 4.2, you can see by the shape, is an elongated model. It does have even a slightly longer grip, 5 inches. And it does seem to have the largest body. Now keep in mind, elongated gives you the reach at sometimes the sacrifice of a sweet spot or a narrower sweet spot. So keep that in mind. The very next model, the 4.3, the distinguishing feature is the 6-inch handle length. So in my opinion, this is for someone who definitely hits a two-handed backhand, and they come from maybe a tennis background, two-handed backhand. They love that extra grip, and they don't want to really choke up on to the neck of the paddle. They want that extra grip. So that's going to be the main feature of this, the 4.3. And when it comes to the 4.5, this is where some of the confusion to me can lie. It does have a rounded top versus the first two. It's not as wide as the 4.1. It's the same width as the 4.0. And it's the same grip length, but it's slightly longer. Now, the rounded top has been very popular. Would I call this a hybrid? I mean, it's technically not quite the measurements of a hybrid shape, but when you look at the other lengths or heights of these, this is the closest model to a hybrid. This was the one I chose to get for a demo, and it's been a really nice model for those to try out. You get that little extra rounded top reach without sacrificing too much of the sweet spot, and it looks good. Again, it came in at 7.4 ounces, which is very light, and all I have to do is hand it to somebody and say, hey, check this one out, try it. As soon as they hold on to it, they realize, wow, this is an amazing light paddle, and they hit with it. It's pretty solid, and I'm glad I have it in my arsenal of paddles to demonstrate. So that's it. If you have questions, I think this is a pretty good guide. If you're interested in any of the HD4s, you'll know now the distinguishing features between all of these. If you have questions, feel free to leave a comment, ask. I think my email is also in the description. Feel free to like, feel free to share, and appreciate your time. Next time you play, tell someone they made a nice shot.